And our first stop is something we've been searching for our entire lives.
Well, good morning. We are on our last leg of our adventure along Minnesota's North Shore.
It has been amazing so far. We've got a couple more state parks to visit. We've got a number of food stops that we're going to make in the Grand Marais area.
We've been looking forward to those.
We have been looking forward to this section, well, since we got started.
Right.
And speaking of get started,
let's go.
Let's go. And our first stop is something we've been searching for our entire lives.
The world's best donuts.
As you can see, this place is very popular. The line stretches on down the road. Somewhere in the fog is the Mission Machine. And somewhere soon to be in the Mission Machine is a whole lot of donuts. So as you can see, we got quite a few tasty treats from the world's best donuts.
We've got a donut kebab, a maple bacon long john. This is called Chet's Best. This is cinnamon pull apart. And this is a skizzle, which is dough that's stretched and deep fried and covered in sugar.
We've divided this up equally into two plates with the kebab right in the middle, which we will split. Paula, you ready to get going?
I'm ready.
Well, now that we have tried all of them, we're going to name what our favorite is, and we haven't told each other yet what our favorites are. So, Paula, what about you? What's the best?
Well, they were all good, but my favorite is the cinnamon pull apart. That glaze is so buttery and cinnamony, it is delicious. So what about you, Jimmy?
We have a consensus winner. Mine also is the cinnamon pull apart. It was hands down the best. Loved it. All of them were amazing.
So good.
And there were so many other choices on the menu that we didn't try that we may have to come back another time and give it another shot.
Although we've got plenty to last us for a while.
This will be dessert for the rest of the day and probably tomorrow. Well, maybe not.
Well, after getting all sugared up with those donuts, we've driven about 15 miles down the road to Judge C.R. Magney State Park to do a little hiking.
Got to burn off those calories,
That's right?
Most people come to this state park for one reason, and that is to see the mysterious Devil's Kettle, which we're going to show you and tell you a little bit more about in just a bit.
Let's go.
Let's go. This trail is rated moderate. On some things that we saw, it said strenuous, and that's primarily because of the almost 200 steps down, which means you have 200 steps of climbing back up on the return. The flooding earlier this year has wiped out this access to the base of the falls, but I think I can maneuver past some of these roots and rocks and get down there and get us and you some great views.
Be careful.
So this is Devil's Kettle on the left, and the mystery is, for a long time, they had no idea where the water went after it entered the kettle. The locals said the devil stole it, which of course he did not, but they did send down ping pong balls and other items to see where that water went, because it didn't seem to join back up with the other side at the bottom. They have since concluded that they do think it goes through an underground passage there somewhere and comes back out to merge with the water from the other side to continue flowing down the river.
Make sure you go past the first couple of observation points all the way down to where the trail closes. There's a great opening where you can go down and see Devil's Kettle from the top. Well, the Devil's Kettle hike was amazing.
It was awesome.
We heard about it for a long time and wanted to do it, and it was great today to get out there and do it. The weather was beautiful, and the hike, it was well worth all the steps up and down to get to see Devil's Kettle.
Absolutely. And that makes 7 state parks along Minnesota's North Shore down for us, with 1 to go. So we're going to head on over to Grand Portage State Park. It's right near the Canadian border, just a stone's throw away. We're going to go check that out and check off all of the state parks along the North Shore.
We've made it all the way to the northernmost point on Minnesota's North Shore, right at the Canadian border.
You've got the United States and Minnesota behind us, and on this side you can see the U.S.-Canadian border. So here at Grand Portage State Park, the main attraction is the highest waterfalls in the state of Minnesota. That is High Falls. It is a 1 mile out and back on pavement and boardwalk, and we're ready to go take a look. It's supposed to be pretty spectacular. So the High Falls is 120 feet tall and is shared by the United States and Canada. The Pigeon River below is the boundary between the two countries.
And over 3,200 gallons of water per second flow over that waterfall.
And you can view it from 3 different spots along the way, one of which is handicap accessible.
Oh, there's our first look at High Falls.
And it is a beauty.
Oh, wow. In
Hawaii. I mean, this is like tropical location.
It is.
So a local told us about this 2 mile out and back at Caduns River. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Close enough. It's at mile marker 119 on Highway 61, just north of Grand Marais. And so there's supposed to be some epic places to play down on the river, and some tough spots that you may have to scramble down to get access to it, but they're worth it. And so that sounds just like the adventure that we'd like to take on. It wasn't part of our plans, but we want to call an audible every once in a while and do something off script. And so that's what we're going to do now. We'll take you guys along with us. This is really, really steep. just amazing, guys. So many twists and turns with these little quiet little spots in one section, and then around the next curve there are these rushing cascades.
No, I'm so glad that young man told you about this
Me
place.
too, right? I mean, this is just too enjoyable to miss. I could just hang out here all day.
No. Well, we made it to the bridge, which is the turnaround place for us. It's about a mile in, and it has been an amazing hike. We really didn't know what to expect at all, but it has been so much fun climbing down to the waterfalls, the cascades. It's a little scramble down to some of them. It's a little treacherous, but if you're careful and you're adventurous, you can get down there and really enjoy this trail. There are a lot of places on the North Shore to get out and explore, but one thing you need to know, do not leave your vehicle without these. The mosquitoes and bugs are treacherous here, so definitely use your off and your rappel to keep yourself protected. We are back in Grand Marais, and we stopped in at Hungry Hippie Tacos to grab something to eat. We've each got a fry bread taco with brisket, cheese, corn, lettuce, and some salsa.
And then the main attraction.
We also got
tachos. These are tater tots with pulled pork and cheese and sweet corn, queso, and of course a little bit of lettuce to round it out, give it some color. What do you think about that?
Oh, that is delicious.
I am stuffed.
Me too.
Oh my gosh, I am so full.
That taco is big, and then the tachos, they're both so filling.
I'll have to say, and I know we throw around that was the best this and that's my favorite this of all time. We say those kind of things a lot, but I really think that was the best taco I have ever had in my entire life.
We've never had fry bread tacos, and they are so good.
That was so good, full of meat and fixins, and then on the tachos we had the sour cream, the chipotle sour cream, and that was really, really good. Highly recommend Hungry Hippie Tacos in Grand Marais. And now we've got to go out and get some walking around Grand Marais Inn because we are stuffed.
Right.
We decided we're going to go out and explore Artist Point in Grand Marais, try to work off some of those calories and see some beautiful sights. It's like the total experience, right? I mean, in one direction you can explore this evergreen covered island, and in the other direction you can walk along a path all the way to the lighthouse. You got these great views of the harbor. It's
only about 3/10 of a mile, so it's not a long walk at all.
It's not, but you definitely want to just kind of take your time and soak it all in, right? Well, good morning, guys. We are back in Grand Marais, and this time we're at Blue Water Cafe for a unique breakfast item.
Right. We have really been looking forward to this one probably more than any of the other things that we've
It's kind of at the top of our list for things we want to do on North Shore. So we're excited to show you what it is, and we're even more excited about sinking our teeth into it.
Right.
So we ordered what this place is known for, and it's simply called Just for Fun. and it is a grilled cinnamon roll with 2 scrambled eggs, shaved ham, cheddar cheese, and then hash browns for the side. The guy described it as a breakfast burger on a cinnamon roll.
Pretty good.
How do you eat this thing? I didn't know what to expect, how the cinnamon flavor would mix with the ham and the egg, but it's really, really good. Well, that was delicious.
It was so good. We had looked forward to it, so it lived up to our expectations.
It did. It's got to be the most unique breakfast sandwich I've ever had.
A grilled cinnamon roll as the bread. That's good.
That's good. I mean, how can you go wrong with cinnamon roll, cheddar cheese, ham, egg, and a little hash browns on the side, all mixed together? It was wonderful.
It was a good start to our day.
So we decided to spend the day just kind of relaxing in Grand Marais, kind of looking around at the local shops. There's plenty of things to see here in this little village of about 12 or 1,300 people.
Yeah.
And one place we highly recommend is
Severson Gallery. We walked in just on a whim, and there's so much beautiful artwork. I want to buy one of everything, but we don't have room for anything.
Right.
But they've got jewelry and paintings and metalwork and so many beautiful things in there.
Yeah, and they feature North Shore artists, local artists, and then all the artwork is of scenes from the North Shore. So it's actually National Ice Cream Day today, so we couldn't let the opportunity pass us by.
Right.
We never need an excuse for ice cream, but certainly we have to do it
We'll take our
on a day like today.
We came into Superior Creamery to get 1 scoop of ice cream. I tried the maple walnut and the vanilla samples, and I couldn't decide, so I got a scoop of each.
And I got the Superior Vanilla and the Mint Chocolate. That is delicious.
It is so creamy. Oh, this may be the best ice cream I've ever had.
Their name is Superior Creamery, and I'm assuming that's because of Lake Superior, but it's also should be because their cream is superior. Another mission
Accomplished.
Well, we have had an amazing adventure on the North Shore, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. It has been so much fun.
I mean, we started just south of Duluth at Jay Cook State Park, and then have worked our way all the way up the North Shore to Grand Portage, and are now just about ready to head back to Omaha. And so, what have been some highlights for you? I mean, there's so many, right?
Oh, I can't even remember everything we've done, but I loved Devil's Kettle. I loved all the waterfalls that we saw, high falls, the rivers and gorges.
We were talking on the way here earlier today, and we said there's kind of 3 words that describe the trip that we've taken, and they are water, stairs, and mosquitoes. And that kind of sums it all up kind of nicely. It's been an amazing adventure.
It has.
We've thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. The weather's been great.
It has. We had a little rain
just a
one
little
day,
bit,
but it gave us kind of a break from running and gave us a little downtime.
A little rest time.
Yeah.
It's been mainly in the 50s and 60s, little bit of low 70s once or twice here or there, which it's back in Omaha, it's been in the 90s, and so we've been glad to have the little reprieve that we've had. But it is time for us to head back. We've had a great time, but there are more adventures to take through the rest of this year, and of course we're getting ready to head out on our 1-year trip beginning January 1st of next year.
Right.
But we'll see you in our next adventure. That's it for our mission. What's your mission? Raindrops keep falling on my head. I think you're ready to do your first solo on El Capitan.
Yeah, I think so. Let's go. Pretty good. I don't think you can go wrong with a cinnamon roll and omelet.
I think we're going to need subtitles for what you just said.
The sign said that it over... There's a bug in my ear. But it has been an amazing hike. buggers.
Well, hey guys, it's Jimmy here. Our mission in every episode of this vlog is to share one of our fun-filled adventures with you guys. But our greater mission in life is to share our hope and happiness with you. One of the ways we do this is through a short faith-based thought for the day that I write. They take about a minute to read each day. They're free, and they're available at finishlinefaith.com or facebook.com/finishlinefaith. I hope you'll take a look.